On this episode of Ancient Empires, we're going to play as Rome. Yes, this could be an interesting way to start off the campaign. So, I would attack Hannibal. To beat him, I will use superior tactics. We will use our cavalry to destroy their flank. The Numidians will lure the elephants and neutralize them. Then they will harass Hannibal and kill him. Our infantry will do a powerful charge, and soon the day will be ours. We will defeat Hannibal's army and then chase them and wipe them off this planet. Or, since we're losing so much money, we might just, I don't know, auto-resolve. Put our units to good auto-resolved use. We should obviously lose this, and oh wow, well, we actually won. Might as well just get some mercenaries and get to Hadrometum. Then we have a fleet out there, so we might just bring the fleet in and auto-resolve. Maybe we get lucky, or maybe not. Okay, no problem whatsoever. Actually, yes, there is a problem, and I'll start over, because an important part of our strategy is the war reparations that Carthage will have to pay us. But for that, Scipio has to be alive and in Carthaginian soil by the start of turn 2. So that's exactly what we'll do. You might think that this isn't significant, but Carthage will be paying us 4 to 5k every year or 4 turns. So don't forget, Scipio alive and well by turn 2, and then you can disband him. And now the campaign might actually start. So here we go, turn 1. In turn 1, you will notice that your entire faction is on fire. Everything is burning around you. You're a dog. But everything is fine. Yes, actually, everything is absolutely fine. We have a lot of money, so turn down those taxes a little bit. Doesn't matter since our army is dead and our fleet is scuba diving. Technology-wise, you should quickly go for the Porcian laws, and the most important thing right now is to get some governors. Get some bread and circus to the masses and you'll be a-okay, they'll be happy. Next turn all will be well, I promise. We've got money, we're rich. What could go wrong? Let's just go into turn 2. Oh, and by the way, people want to trade with us, and I completely forgot about that. That's a rookie mistake. Do that on turn 1. But no problem, we'll do diplomacy in turn 2. It will affect nothing, we're rich anyway. Trade agreements with as many factions as you can. Seriously, try all of them. Don't give them money though. Just don't do that. You're rich. If you give money away, we will not be rich anymore. Some of them will just come running to you begging for trade later. Yes. Anyway, our public order problem should be solved by now, so let's have a oh crap. No, it's not. Oh my Jupiter and all of the other gods. Why is everyone so angry? What have we done to have every single province in pitchforks and torches? Okay, this might take a few turns to fix, and by a few turns I mean about 31 turns on my actual Roman campaign. But the situation isn't actually too terrible, and it's actually quite manageable. Iberia is the worst offender, but everything else, not that bad. So, what is the plan? The plan is for you to build your settlements up, You're making a lot of cash, so just use it to develop your settlements. It might be a good idea to invest in a few temples, main settlement buildings, and farms to support the bigger cities. Temples are particularly good in your core regions of Italia, Magna Graecia, and Corsica and Sardinia. And in Iberia, invest in the main settlement buildings and farms. Since we're playing in decisive difficulty, you shouldn't have a lot of enemies to deal with, though they will show up with time for sure. Trick is to just keep improving your cities and get a new army once you can. Recruited in Rome, it has so many recruitment slots, 11 to be precise. Use it wisely. You do not need armies to conquer the mythical female Total War player. Or a fridge. Well, maybe for the first one you do, but for the second one you most definitely do not need it. Okay? Even though, pizza leftovers from the fridge. Well, let's fast forward in time to turn 31. It is turn 31, and most of the turns all I did was build something and pass the turn. In fact, the Roman campaign is quite uneventful. Yes, you get rebel armies in Hispania, problems with the native factions, but for the most part you'll be fine due to your large garrisons and a lot of money. So if you level up the main settlement building to level 3, you can pretty much fend off any invading army. And that is also because there's a meta in this mod, but I'll talk about that on another video. But the very basic is that if you got 4 to 6 units that have good morale and high melee defense, you can beat anybody. Easier said than done, sure, but in most situations it's very possible to pull off even against quite larger armies, okay? Much larger armies. That said, this is the first turn in my campaign where all of my regions are on green public order. It's hard to achieve, but I did it, so yay. I do have a good quantity of enemies, but mostly Celts and Iberians. I subjugated some aggressive tribes whose territory was not in any of my provinces, and I conquered anyone that declared war on me and had territories in my provinces. In ancient empires, there's a vassal annexation mechanic, so if the enemy isn't in one of your regions, as Rome, just subjugate them and annex them later. You'll need to wait 40 turns for the annexation. It's quite a bit, but during those 40 turns, not only will you have an ally, they're paying you a part of their income and you don't have to deal with yet another rebellious province. You can deal with that later once you're ready to do so. I think this is one of the best tips I can give you about playing the Romans, and one of those features that I will miss dearly when playing other mods or Total War games. At the end of the day, I didn't find the Roman campaign all that difficult. After 10 to 15 turns, you'll learn to accept the fact that certain regions will have the negative public order for a long time. So basically, every citizen is a huge turd and they're always complaining. The war reparations from Carthage allow you to build up your economy faster and allow for some space to get some armies. Using my flawless battle tactics, it was easy to beat any factions that dared oppose me in battle, and with 3 armies on the field and a fairly good income at this point, I can start the snowballing effect. We all know the snowballing effect in Total War, don't we? It's that point where we can auto-resolve everything and win every single fight. That's what I'm starting right now. On higher difficulties, I can see this faction being living hell, having to fight several battles per turn, not only against enemies but also against the rebels. That's a nightmare, but that's exactly why I don't play in higher difficulties, because if I want to have nightmares, I sleep. Well, I don't really want to have nightmares. I don't really have them anyway. So it is time to finish the video, but hold on. What is this? A settlement that has the olive oil resources, but I'm not farming it. What the intercourse is this? Am I a Portuguese person or what? Sem azeite em casa. Foda-se, isso não pode ser, como é que é possível? Who can live without olive oil? Let's build the olive gardens right away. It's so much better now. So much better now. In 5 turns, Rome will be the best and the greatest faction in the world. Let me know if you liked this video by smashing that like button. If you have any questions, do ask them in the comments below. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, I hope I earned this subscription today. So smash that subscribe button as well. Beware of the settlements that have the olive oil resource. Build your olive gardens and make sure to keep Scipio alive. And as always, Roma, caralho.
I'm in Portugal.